pub behind me here in the heart of London has a real royal connection. But what is it? Hi, morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London as ever. I bet you're thinking, my goodness, he gets round all of those pubs and, what's he doing around those pubs? Well, this particular one has very much an historical background, one that I'm sure you'll be very interested in when I tell you the association it has with our British monarchy. Now, if like me you're a true royalist and you know most things about our British royal family, you will know that one of the people, or should I say a group of people, that always made Prince Charles laugh were none other than the BBC radio hit comedy team, The Goons. Now, I'm not so sure whether I found them particularly funny, but I did think they were groundbreaking, different, and of course broke the mould in the 1950s when they were desperately trying to come up with something new. And this pub behind me here, the Grafton Arms, was where it all started. Peter Sellers, Michael Bentine, Harry Seacombe, Spike Milligan, all gathered in the top floor of this pub to basically hammer out what would become a cult comedy classic. Now, if you look it up, you'll find that Prince Charles was completely addicted to the radio show, and it was the one thing that Her Majesty the Queen and his father, Prince Philip, allowed him to stay up to listen to. Can you imagine that now? The control you'd have. But as ever, back to your entertainment story here in the heart of London. Now, if like me you just about remember, and I say that nicely, but the battle between the boy bands, or well, just pop stars really, we're taking you right back to the 70s now, to a group that sold over 80 million records, but left with virtually nothing. How could that possibly be? Well, that's the story of pop, as we often tell you here on the show. Interesting to note as ever for me, I was lucky enough to meet all the main players of this wonderful group who got their very first break really on television thanks to another American superstar, and I met him too, the wonderful Andy Williams. What a voice he had. He gave this budding boy band their very big break on his TV show, and they were forever grateful. We're talking, of course, about the wonderful Osmond brothers. Not forgetting, I always found her fabulous, Marie Osmond too. Who remembers Paper Roses, eh? But now we can tell you there's going to be a jukebox musical all about their mega hits, their life, and apparently, according to Merrill, it's going to be very close to their original story. So you may be shocked by some of the content, but what you won't be shocked by are the mega hits that are going to be throughout the show, including things like Love Me for a Reason, Crazy Horses, you name it, you know them. What I like about the Osmonds is they've remained, well, still credible and still at the top of their game. They tour regularly, and a lot of people mocked them back in the day for being Mormons. Nothing wrong with that, it's their beliefs, it's what they want to do. But what they did create was wonderful music. As I say, the musical opens up next year here in the United Kingdom, hoping then to come into the West End, and if it does well in the West End, then they hope to take it onto Broadway. I think, I don't know about you, but it's time for an Osmonds revival. So let's make it and start it right here. Come on, you all know the words to Crazy Horses. Neil Sean in the heart of London.